I'm Michelle Mikes, the K-12 Mathematics Supervisor for the Cobb County School District. Our district is committed to helping students succeed, and you as parents are an integral part of this process. To help keep you informed about what your child is learning in our math classrooms, we are excited to provide you with these informational videos on concepts taught throughout the school year. Thank you for taking the time to discover ways to support your students' learning.
Welcome to first grade Unit 5 Parent Video. My name is Karen Harrison. I am a teacher at Nickajack Elementary in Smyrna. Today we are going to review the components of first grade Unit 5, Understanding Place Value with Addition and Subtraction. During Unit 5, first graders will solve addition and subtraction word problems within 20, add 3 whole numbers to solve word problems, add to solve subtraction problems, add and subtract numbers within 20 with fluency to 10, decide if equations are true or false using the equal sign, explain and compare 2-digit numbers using tens and ones along with the symbols, show and explain how to add 1-digit and 2-digit numbers up to 100, find and explain how to find 10 more or 10 less than a number, subtract bundles of 10 from other bundles of 10, and identify dimes and note that 10 pennies is equal to 1 dime. In previous unit videos, we have looked at the differing addition and subtraction word problems with which first graders work. Each of these problems involve a total of 9 bunnies. The first begins with 6 bunnies and adds 3 more. The second begins with 9 bunnies and 3 hop away. The final tells us that there are 9 bunnies in all. However, there are 2 colors of bunnies. There are several solution combinations of add-ins for this situation. Another type of word problem situation previously looked at involves an unknown change as seen in these problems, whether it is figuring out how many ducks join the pond or how many swim away. Finally, word problems such as these, where the start is unknown, whether involving addition or subtraction, were previously introduced, and students will continue to work on them during Unit 5. As students continue to work with word problems where 3 numbers are added, they will look at different ways to group the add-ins to find the solution. An important concept gained is that the way the add-ins are grouped does not change the sum. When using addition to help solve subtraction problems such as 15 minus 12, 15 is the total of the relationship and 12 is one of the parts. The part to find is the difference. An addition equation can be set up with 12 as one of the add-ins. The missing add-in, once added, will equal to the total of 15. Starting at 12 on a number line, then counting up to 15, we find that the difference is 3 jumps. That means that 3 is added to 12 to make 15, or that the difference between 15 and 12 is 3. Students will continue to work on strategies to add and subtract within 20. The goal for first grade is fluency within 10. Adding and subtracting with fluency requires students to solve with efficiency, where students can easily carry out strategies, keeping track of their steps as they work toward a solution. With accuracy, meaning students have knowledge of number facts and relationships and carefully record and double-check their work. And with flexibility, meaning students have knowledge of multiple ways to solve problems and are flexible in choosing an appropriate strategy to best solve and check their results. When determining if equations are true or false, students need to look at both sides of the equation and determine if both sides have the same value. The equation 7 equals 8 minus 1 can be modeled using counters. We already know that the left side of the equation is 7. The right side is 8 minus 1. If we take 1 away from 8, 7 are left. 7 is the same as 7, so the equation 7 equals 8 minus 1 is true. The equation 9 plus 2 equals 2 plus 9 can be modeled with counters. Then counting on to solve, 9, 10, 11. Students should notice that the add-ins are the same on both sides of the equation, just the order has been changed. The commutative property proves that both sides are equal to 11. Therefore, the equation 9 plus 2 equals 2 plus 9 is also true. With the statement 9 plus 2 equals 3 plus 9, there is a common addend, 9, on each side of the equal sign. Counting on 2 more from 9, 9, 10, 11, we find that 9 plus 2 is equal to 11. Starting at 9 again, then counting on 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, we find that 3 plus 9 is equal to 12. 11 and 12 are not the same, therefore the statement 9 plus 2 equals 3 plus 9 is false, because the sides do not have the same value. Comparing two-digit numbers using tens and ones builds on the first two base 10 number standards of counting and place value. Comparing two-digit numbers by examining the amount of tens and ones in each number. Students use words, models, and symbols to compare, gaining experience using words and models prior to using only symbols. If comparing 33 and 37, a student might explain his thinking by saying, I know that 33 is less because when I count, I say 33 before I say 37, so 33 is less than 37. Another student might explain her thinking differently by saying, 33 has 3 tens and 3 ones. 37 also has 3 tens, but it has 7 ones, which is more than 3 ones. So 33 is less than 37. Adding numbers up to 100 calls for students to use concrete models, drawings, and place value strategies. When using concrete models, students build each number by constructing the groups of 10 and then adding on the ones. Students then count how many groups of 10, or count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then count the ones. 33 plus 21 is equal to 54. It is important to note that students are not exposed to the standard algorithm of carrying or borrowing in first grade. Students will also draw models when adding numbers up to 100. Drawing the representations for 28 and 34, the student counts 2 tens plus 3 tens, which is 5 tens, or 50. Then when counting the ones, the student should notice that there is another group of 10. 50 plus 10 is 60. Plus 2 more is 62. 28 plus 34 equals 62. Solving 56 plus 15 using place value understanding, a student might think this way. 5 tens and 1 10 is 6 tens, or 60. Then 6 ones and 5 ones is 11, which is 10 and 1 more. 6 tens and 1 10 is 7 tens, or 70, plus 1 more equals 71. When mentally finding 10 more or 10 less than a given number, it is important that students rely on place value understanding rather than counting. Students might use visual models such as 10 frames or hundreds charts when mentally finding 10 more or 10 less. 10 more than 37 is 47 because 47 is 1 more 10 than 37. 10 less than 84 is 74 because 74 has 1 less 10 than 84. Subtracting multiples of 10 calls for students to use concrete models, drawings, and place value strategies to subtract groups of 10 from other groups of 10. Building with concrete models, 60 minus 40 would be shown as 6 tens minus 4 tens, which is 2 tens, or 20. Student drawings will reflect concrete models and also show that taking 40 from 60 is 20. Students will continue to work with dimes and pennies as place value manipulatives, understanding that a dime is 10 cents and therefore 10 pennies is equal to 1 dime. Counting dimes and pennies, along with having students model specific money amounts using dimes and pennies, are good ways for students to practice with these non-proportional manipulatives. This has been an overview for parents of first grade, Unit 5, Understanding Place Value with Addition and Subtraction.
Thank you for your time. We know that when families and schools work together, student success increases. Please visit the Cobb County Math Department website for additional information and resources to support your student at home.